What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we are checking out one of the latest phones from Xiaomi. The one that I have today, it's called the Xiaomi Mi 10 Lite, and in many ways this is like a more premium Poco X3 phone, if that makes any sense. Let me explain why. So first of all, with this phone we get 5G connectivity. And I've actually seen this question a few times. If you buy a phone that supports 5G connectivity, can you use it on a 4G network? And the answer is yes. If you buy a phone that supports 5G connectivity, you don't necessarily need to use it on a 5G network. You can use it on 4G networks, 3G networks, and so on. So you can use this with any carrier, basically. Aside from that, we also have a faster processor. So inside this, we have the Snapdragon 750. And if you check the score on the Antutu benchmark, we get a pretty high score. And the score is about 20% higher than the score that you would get on the Poco X3, maybe 15. So when you get a score this high, you already know that you're looking at a phone that performs really well. And with the Snapdragon 750 and 6 gigs of RAM that we have inside this device, you shouldn't have any issues playing any games or using any application. This phone also looks and feels way more premium than the Poco X3, so when you'd look on the back of the Poco X3, it felt like a budget phone. Well, this doesn't feel like a budget phone anymore. I'm not sure what the back is actually made out of. It feels like glass, but it could also be plastic. But yes, it does look really good, and you can actually see yourself in it. Luckily, there is a case that comes in the box with it, and you may want to use that case because you definitely don't want to scratch that or break it. But yes, it does look really good. On the back there we also have a bunch of cameras. The main camera is a 64 megapixel sensor, then we have an ultra wide lens, we have a 2 megapixel macro lens, and another lens that's used for portrait mode pictures. So basically the same setup that we've had on the Poco X3. The phone's frame seems to be made out of some type of metal, and on the right hand side here we have the volume buttons and the fingerprint scanner that's also the power button. And the fingerprint scanner works really quick as well, so all you have to do is touch that fingerprint scanner on the side and the screen will unlock. And I would say that it takes like half a second to unlock. On the other side of the frame we have the slot for the SIM card, and this device can take either 2 SIM cards or a SIM card and an SD card. At the top we have the IR blaster, so you can use this phone as a remote control to control your TV or any other devices that you may have at home. And at the bottom we have a 3.5mm audio jack, so just like we have on the Poco X3, we have the USB-C charging port and the speaker. Now this phone has dual speakers, so we have the speaker at the bottom here and one at the top. And I have to say the speakers sound really good and they get super loud as well. And I guess I might as well show you a quick sample so you can hear how those speakers sound. And moving to the front of the device, here we have a 6.67 inches IPS panel that has a pretty high refresh rate, so 120 Hz refresh rate, something that doesn't usually happen for a lot of budget phones. Mostly when you get that, you get it with the flagship, so you're gonna have to spend like $1,000 for a phone that has a refresh rate that high. But that's not the case with this phone and the Poco X3. So pretty impressive that we get one of these screens on such an affordable device. Now inside this phone we have a 4820 mAh battery, so the battery inside this device is a bit smaller than the one that we have inside the Poco X3, but this phone supports fast charging just like the Poco X3, so you can actually charge this phone from 0 to 100 in less than 60 minutes, supposedly in 59 minutes. Now I only got the phone yesterday, so I haven't had the chance to use it enough. I will comment on the battery life, the charging time and all that in the full review in about a week or so. But quite impressive that you can charge the entire device from 0 to 100 in about an hour. Since I have the global version of this device, of course it comes pre-installed the Google services and all the Google apps, and this also runs MIUI 12, which is based on Android 10. And from my experience with the MIUI 12, you shouldn't have any lag for no matter what you do. And considering that we have 6 gigs of RAM and that Snapdragon 750, I think this phone will do really well. So if you're looking for a phone that's a bit more premium than the Poco X3, I think this is one that you should consider. Now, if you wanna see some camera comparisons between this and other devices, definitely leave a comment down below and maybe I'll be able to do that comparison, obviously if I have that second phone that you want. I was planning on doing a camera comparison between this and maybe the iPhone 12, just so you can see how well this does compare to a flagship basically. So I will have a full review in a few days after I get a chance to use this phone a bit more. If you do have any questions about this phone till then, definitely leave a comment and I will try to answer whatever comments you may have. Thanks for watching and I will see you guys in the next one.